Hello and welcome to another episode of Carlson & Co. Today we're going to be looking at these Tough Built boxes after a month of usage and just getting some more info on StackTech through comments, answering questions that people have asked. Do I think they're heavier than the competition? I'll never say. Oh, I guess I have to because it's a review. Yep, they are. So if you're trying to make a decision on what the StackTech's all about, go back and watch the first video I made. That's my initial unboxing and kind of looking at them review. If you've already kind of watched those, this video is for you. We're just going to go straight over pros and cons of somebody who's used them and also looked into questions on the internet. People asked me questions. I looked at other videos and had questions, and this video is going to answer that. So with these boxes, I would say there's just one thing right now that really bothers me about them. I'll get to it here in the video. Stay tuned. All right, so here's my setup. We implemented these basically directly after making the video. So we got our tools in there. We're still moving stuff over from our other storage. But one of the cool things that I don't have, and now they don't have them at the store, is the wood tops. What I wasn't thinking of when I saw those is people are actually drilling into them and they're making like miter saw mounts or anything you need to bolt down, like vices, things like that. They're making mounts for them on those wooden tops that just lock into the top of your boxes. I also bought a dolly that folds down into like a cart basically, and you can stack two setups next to each other. And if you had those wood plates that go on top of here, you could have a serious little work setup, which is super cool. All right, so let's look at a real world example of getting into this thing. Some people talking about how heavy these boxes are. I mean, they're super durable, so I'm pretty happy about that. Say I just need to get a drill out of here. You just lift those up and they're full, they're heavy. Drill. I like the simple big single handle better than the Milwaukee. It would be cool to be able to open that, you know, but I don't think I got locked in. One-handed, I don't think it's a big deal to do that to get your drill out. I think that's why this is a good setup to do your hand tools in a drawer system. So these are nail guns. This whole thing's going to be taken apart if we're getting into nail guns. If we need some hand tools, they're there. They're in our tool belt. If we need screws, they're on top. If we need other hand tools, they're on top. So it's basically, you know, getting your power tools out, put the stack back together if you want, or pull it apart and leave it how it is. But I don't think it's an issue. Also, on the weight part of it, the Huskies, you know, and like Cobalt and Craftsman and stuff, like they're way lighter. I get it. But if you drop those down the stairs, I don't know if it's going to hold up as good as these guys. I don't think you would be able to crack these even if they fell out of your truck on the road. I do and have broken like the Stanley boxes from tipping them over. Just like this, you know, and just tipping it over. Also, in the other video I did a big shake test. This is definitely feeling more sturdy now that they have tools in them and weight. I definitely don't think you can ever get any of these boxes off, you know, unless you rolled your truck, but all bets are off at that point. Another cool feature somebody mentioned in the comments that I don't think I mentioned, I kind of realized, but if you mount these, this is for an extension cord, but if you mount these on the side and then turn them up, just like a 5 foot, 4 foot, whatever, 6 foot ladder, you can actually just set that on the rungs. These would be higher, you know, so on the side it's skinnier. You put these up like this and your ladder actually will lock into these, and you can have a ladder holder on the side of your rolling cart. So I think if you are versing this to Milwaukee, either one of them is going to be a no-brainer. I know that Milwaukee has a few extra pack-out things like med kits and stuff that, you know, Tough Built doesn't have. I'm not even going to say yet. I don't know if they'll ever come out with it. Top reason I like these over Husky, which is clearly more affordable than Tough Built or Milwaukee, is these guys specifically. I haven't tested the Milwaukee at all, but these guys have this real thin gasket that goes around it, and it locks right into this guy. So once these are shut, there's not any dust and there's not any water getting into there, which may be important to you or not. I live in North Idaho. It rains sometimes, it snows, we go on dusty roads. Essentially, what happens is these are going to be in the back of my truck with no canopy. And if it rains, I don't want to have to run outside and save all my stuff. I'll just get it later, you know, dry it off and keep going. So what is it I dislike about these? There's one major dislike that actually could stop somebody from buying it, and it could actually stop us from using it, is their ability to get the products out. So I know there's some other websites, but mainly I'm getting these through Lowe's because it's local to us. I can go there, pick this stuff up. If I have a problem, Lowe's has a really great return policy for contractors, if you didn't know that. So if I have a problem with these, I don't have to deal with ToughBuilt. They'll just take them back, no big deal. But out of the, you know, rolling cart, extra bins, tools, sledgehammer, some other stuff that we ordered, like, it's just not coming. So one thing we tried to get for our flatbed was those hitch, I don't even know what they're called, the hitch tool carriers. And we're going to get 2 of them and mount them on the underside of the frame so that we could, you know, where you'd have your toolboxes, say on a dump truck. We were going to mount those instead so we can mount these boxes. So when we're out doing excavation work or even construction, we can just pop these instead of taking tools out or stacking these in the cab or something. We can just pop these right on the truck and go. And then they'd actually fold up and be totally out of the way if we're not using them. It's a super awesome idea. Problem is you can't get those right now. Like, I see people got them, they made them, they're out. I don't know, like, what the heck. So it just kind of sucks, you know. I don't have the full kit. Maybe I'll just get another rolling thing that we have here. But I really wanted to try the dolly out, and it's nice to have a dolly on a job site. I think everybody knows that. And having it fold down to do kind of a 2-stack system with a tabletop just sounds phenomenal. Sounds phenomenal to have on a job site. So it'd be really great to get those. It actually kind of bums me out to do the 1-month review without even having the full kit. In all honesty, if you have a Milwaukee pack out, I don't know if it makes sense for you unless you just think these look so cool you go without them. I don't think it makes sense to upgrade. Like, at this very moment, there is more product to the pack out compared to the ToughBuilt. And you have a cup of coffee right here, so settle down. Yes, the sticker complaint. So I pulled all these stickers off and I did not do anything else. I just pulled them off just to show you guys what the end result was. That was by far the worst one I pulled in the first video. But that guy pulled off clean. A couple little things there that'll be easy, and that one pulled off clean. So somebody said use a hairdryer, heat them up, or use a heat gun. Definitely should have done that. I was thinking about it when I did this one and then just pulled the other ones because I didn't want to take these on a job site with the giant stickers on them. But yeah, a little heat, hair dryer, that's a great idea. Also, there's an accessory rail that mounts like on the side of these, and I'm not gonna buy one because I don't see any use in having one, but I do have their tool belt. They have this patented clip design here, and it clips onto the tool belt, and this also will clip onto the bar that they made for these toolboxes. So they have all these different bags and little, like, you know, pouches and things, like a really big assortment of them, and you can get those now. So it'd be pretty cool. I don't think I'm going to use it because these are always just going to stay on my bag. I don't see why I'd take them off. But if you needed like a tool carrier on the side of this for an exterior tool carrier, that would definitely work. One thing I think they could improve on is these totes. These are actually super high quality. They're tough. They're built well. They look cool. They lock great. They fixed the locking problem I showed in the last video. I think someone out of country bought one and this bin would actually break off if you shook it real good. They fixed that. But what would be nice is if they got rid of this hole here for a handle, put a real handle on it, and then also figured out a way to just run that rubber gasket along the top of this bin that would lock into the top bin to make them, they don't necessarily need to be dust proof and waterproof. They don't have a top, but if they were just a little bit, like, I don't know, if I left that in the back of the truck, I think I'd end up with some rain on my stuff in the morning. One last thing I thought about is someone mentioned, can you fit a tube of caulk in the cooler? And the answer is yes, you can. You can actually fit an entire box of 11-ounce tubes. So that's 12 in the box, and you have a little room left over if you need to stuff your lunch in there. Here is a closer look at the hinges. So you have a steel bar that runs through there, and you have plenty of connection on all these all the way across. I don't think you're ever going to have a problem with those breaking. We didn't really look at the side handles, but pretty much all these have a way to pick themselves up. And they lock, so you don't have, like if you do that, you know, you're using one hand or whatever, they lock in and they lock up, which is great. That's a tote. And then these ones have just the carrying handle on top, which folds flat. All right, wrap up on the video. Cons: they're a little bit heavier than the main competition. I don't think that matters. Secondly, you can't open this if this is on top of it, or if anything's on top of it. Again, plan your stack out, plan where your tools are. I don't think that's going to be a problem for you. It has not been for us. Also, we just love to throw these all over the floor when we get on a job site to show dominance. Thirdly, stickers. Somebody figured it out. Heat gun, hair dryer. Probably should have just done that in the first place. I know better. I've taken stickers off cars. Any other complaints? Yes. Where's the rest of my stuff? Comparison to the competition. ToughBuilt, 1. Everyone else, 0. These are just better. Other than they don't have as much stuff right now, but they will. Trust me. Don't trust me, I don't work there. They will, I think. And then they'll be better. Yes. On a serious note, one thing I do like about the company is people who got these early did complain about not being able to stack a full bin on the 2 half-size bins. Blah, blah, blah. They're listening and they are fixing those things, which is super cool because I think most companies are like, well, we think we did a good job, so deal with it. If I wasn't gonna buy these and I had to buy a different manufacturer, what would I get? My eyeballs are on Klein. I actually like that. Again, they're not gonna have as much stuff as Packout or StackTech, but if you're just looking for tool carriers, I don't know how waterproof they are. They definitely have a gasket. The structure feels good. And because Lowe's carries them like on the shelf, Home Depot I think carries Klein too, don't quote me on that, but Lowe's definitely has them, and they're very, very affordable, but they're not the like cheap store brand versions. So with that, we covered the pros and cons. If ToughBuilt could come out with the rest of their product and get them mailed out in a timely fashion, which I know this is a new product, not super complaining about that. I'm just missing some of my stuff and would like to get it. But if they can manufacture it, get it out, this is a no-brainer, strong buy from me. If you're looking in between Milwaukee and this one, I like the feel and the look of these guys. Nothing against Milwaukee. I know that's a great product. A lot of my buddies have that. Other than having a giant red toolbox, they're not bad. All right, if you stayed this long, and we're actually going to get ready. We're going to go check out a property. We're going to go dirt biking, which will be the next video to look at a little special project for our construction company. So if you're interested in that, subscribe, watch for that video. I'll actually be filming it today, so it'll be coming out shortly after this one.